We are talking about a school and a church, but we know across the country it is a school and a church and a concert and a grocery store and a movie theater and just going to work. Everyday people need to be safe doing everyday things.
That's right.
In Minnesota, we have been working hard to get this done, and we know that there's more to do, and we need elected officials, we need communities, we need everybody to demand this, because no longer can any elected official say, we will not take care of the guns that are killing our kids. No longer. And we know that this is not a uniquely Minnesota issue. It is a national issue. And as our Congresswoman Omar said over and over again and has said, we need a national solution. So we are going to get to work here in Minnesota. We have been getting to work. Behind me, whether it's Representative Frazier, Representative Moeller, and many others that my colleague Senator Mohabben mentioned, have been working night and day, years after years. And we are going to get it done, but what we know is Washington has to solve this problem with us.
Yes.
So I just want to leave you with the words that the principal of Annunciation said yesterday, because I think it is indicative of our path forward. He said a proverb. He said, when you pray, move your feet. Move your feet. And we are here today. We are here with community, we are here with families and parents, we are here with people across the state of Minnesota and elected officials at all levels of government to move our feet together. And that means moving our feet to ban assault weapons, to ban high-capacity magazines, to improve and increase the things we are doing to ensure that never again do people have to feel unsafe, do kids have to worry and shelter in place. And we can and need to continue to say never again, because we need to make that a reality together. And so please, let me introduce from Protect Minnesota, Maggie Emery, because it is the families and the advocates on the front lines that we do this work with. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Maggie Emery. I'm the Executive Director of Protect Minnesota, which is the only state-based, statewide gun violence prevention organization in our state. I stand here today, once again, angry and heartbroken. In 2.5 years in this job, I have lost count of the number of times that I've stood in front of a microphone saying that I'm standing here angry and heartbroken, and I am just sick of it. Yet again, our children, our parents, and our teachers and our communities have been forced to live through a nightmare. Guns are the #1 cause of death for children in this country. Let me say that again, the #1 cause of death for children in this country, and every single one is preventable. Yep. How many more times do we have to gather like this before we act? How many more times do the people here with me today have to stand up in front of news microphones and say, please let this be the last time, before it's actually the last time? And the thing about it is, we know what fuels this crisis. Assault weapons and high-capacity magazines designed to kill as many people as possible, and sometimes as many children as possible, as quickly as possible. The data is clear. When assault weapons are used, mass shootings are far more deadly, with 6 times as many people shot and more than 2 times as many killed. Year after year, progress is stalled while our communities and our children pay the price. This is a uniquely American phenomenon, but Minnesota does not have to wait any longer. We have the power to lead the way and to show that the lives of our children matter than the gun lobby's money and political cowardice. Enough delay and enough excuses. It's time to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines and to finally put our kids' right to simply grow up ahead of everything else. Brady was not able to be here today, but they asked me to read a brief statement of support saying that Minnesota should finally join states around the nation that have said enough is enough and pass an assault weapons ban and a ban on large-capacity magazines. And finally, I'd like to introduce our final speaker, our partner here in the state of Minnesota and around the country in ending gun violence, Moms Demand Action Executive Director, Angela Farrow-Zabala.
Good afternoon. Gonna be honest, y'all, my heart is racing, and I know many of yours are as well. We're here after yet another school shooting. 2 children are dead, 14 more children, and 3 teachers were shot. As a parent, I have to say what every parent feels at this moment, which is the grief is crushing and the anger is unrelenting. This is unbearable. This is unacceptable. Yesterday, I got to come home. I got to come home and tuck my kids into bed and kiss their foreheads. This morning, I had the privilege of watching them sleep safely in their beds and kiss them one more time before I came here. I got to do that because my children came home yesterday. Some of the children at Annuciation Catholic School did not. And for those kids who did make it home, for the parents who did get the chance to pull them close and hold them tight, their lives are still forever changed. Right now, some parents are carrying unbearable grief. Some are carrying unrelenting anger. And whatever you are feeling, it's okay. If all you can do today is find a quiet moment and hold your children close because you still can, honor that. If you feel called to scream your anger into the streets, honor that too. If you need time to sit in the grief before you can get loud, take it. And when you're ready, that will be the right moment for you to act. But I do want to be clear, this wasn't random. This was a second mass shooting in Minneapolis in as many days. 2 days, 2 mass shootings. And yesterday, the shooter aimed an AR-style rifle built to kill as many people, as many children, as quickly as possible through the windows of a church and opened fire. We've said it before, but clearly we need to say it again. Assault weapons are weapons of war. Period. They are designed for the battleground. They don't belong in our schools, in our churches, in our communities. And yet here we are, again, because politicians would rather protect the gun lobby's profits than protect our kids. A 10-year-old boy had more courage hiding in a church pew while his friend shielded him with his body than I have seen from far too many lawmakers, more beholden to a gun lobby than a child. If children can show that kind of bravery under fire, why can't our lawmakers? I'm going to say it again, as it was said before me. We need to ban assault weapons, period. We need to ban high-capacity magazines that allow shooters to fire more rounds without reloading, period, here in Minnesota and across the country. No more excuses. No more thoughts and prayers. Prayers didn't save those children as gunfire rang out while they were actually praying. Action would have. As a woman of deep faith and spirit, there are two things that are resonating deeply with me right now, and this is coming from my Christian tradition. The people who enter the kingdom of heaven are not those who claim to know God, but the one who does the will of my Father. Matthew 7:21. And faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. James 2:17. Why are we leaving it to our children to fight gunmen armed with an assault rifle? Let me be clear. This isn't some kind of impossible ask. Assault weapons and our children can't coexist. And we have seen other states take the mantle. Just this year alone, we saw progress from states like Rhode Island and Colorado. The majority of Americans, Republicans, Democrats, gun owners, veterans, people of deep faith, in fact, people from all walks of life agree that these weapons have no place in civilian life.
That's right.
The only ones standing in the way? Politicians who are too cowardly to act. And I say to that, the lives of our children are not for sale, period. We should not have to be standing here the morning after another school shooting, another school shooting, another school shooting. But here we are, yet again, standing in front of you in grief and anger and asking, when will enough be enough? And we will keep showing up and keep asking that question until lawmakers finally decide that the lives of children are worth more than the profits of gun manufacturers. We owe our kids more than lockdown drills and ducking for cover in church pews. We owe them a future. And if lawmakers won't act to ban assault weapons, to ban high-capacity magazines, then voters will elect new ones that will. Thank you very much.
We're going to take about 3 or 4 questions. I know it's we're running a little over, and then we can do some pull-asides after. So please raise your hand if you have a question, and just we ask that you direct your question to the speaker instead of generally. Yeah, go ahead.
My question is for state legislators. In 2024, when the DFL controlled the legislature, you were unable to pass an assault weapons ban that was proposed. Now the Republicans have divided control in the House. What makes you think practically that this could have any chance of passing next year?
Thank you for your question. My name is Erin Murphy. I am the proud Senate Majority Leader. We have to take the vote. We need to act on the wishes of Minnesotans and for the safety of our kids all across the state of Minnesota. And as I've heard previous leaders say, take the vote. Yes. Vote your district. We'll see where it goes. Yep. But I think Minnesotans are clear with us. Yep. Yeah. They are in favor of a ban on assault weapons, and they're in favor of a ban on high-capacity magazines. And it's time for us to love our children most and do our work.
That's right. That's it. That's right. That's right.
I think we should have in 2024. The thought at the time was that we hadn't acted on gun violence prevention to move it forward in our state in decades. We hadn't taken advances to try to protect our kids, our public, and we did take important action in 23 and 24. We enacted universal background checks and we enacted red flag laws, and those two bills are saving lives today. I had a bill drafted to ban assault weapons and ban high-capacity magazines, and I didn't introduce it. And part of the thought was we weren't ready. Part of the thought was we needed to take action on these two laws first to break the ice, to try to be able to move forward. But we're ready now. It shouldn't have taken tragedy coming to Minnesota to be ready. I have an 8-year-old who goes to school a mile away from Annunciation Church. It shouldn't have taken it coming to our communities for us to be ready to act. We should have been ready to act then, but we are ready to act now.
Yeah, thank you for the question. I will say that one of the things I get to do in my role as a national leader is travel all across this country in the reddest of states, the bluest of states, the purple states, and poll after poll, conversation after conversation, mother, father, parent, they all want the same thing. They want common sense gun laws that are going to protect our communities. And why do I think that this moment is different, or why do I think we have? Because we are opening up a door to bring other people in to know that they have a place here and that there's something we can actually do about it. This isn't a natural disaster. It is not a car accident. It's not childhood cancer. This is something that we can do practically. And so we have actually seen progress over the past decade in many states across this country. And we're going to keep pushing with my incredible Moms in Action and other leaders, Protect Minnesota, that's Brady, that stand up every single day, Giffords, to do this work. So we're not going to stop, political will or not. We're going to keep moving forward. That's how you make the change.
Thanks, everybody.
My name is Joanna Witt. I'm the sheriff.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We're about to go do another press conference on this issue.
Yeah, thank you. Are you okay with a hug?
Yes, I am. Thank you.